Eye of the Storm. Welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft Remastered.
Executor, our plan worked perfectly. The Zerg defenses are broken, and the way to the Overmind is laid bare. The time for our stand has come.
Indeed. My friends, this is our final hour. Not all of us may survive the coming conflict. Yet, death may be a blessing should we fail here. We seek now to destroy a foe that has ravaged its way across the universe, consuming all in its path. And now, it has reached the end of its long journey. The Overmind has come to destroy all that we hold dear, and assimilate us into itself. And I say to thee, this shall not come to pass. Ire shall not fall. Executor, I stand ready.
As do I.
Well, I guess all I have left is to see this through. The Zerg have taken everything from me. My home, my family, my friends. I know that nothing I do can bring those things back. But I'll be damned if I just sit on my hands and wait for the end. I want a piece of them, all right. I'm in.
Then let our actions speak for us. For Adun. For Ire!
Well, this is a little bit weird. Okay, so here on screen I am actually checking the objectives. We are going to be destroying the Overmind. We have some hero units, and the new thing about this... Nope.
Tassadar, this comes too late to you, but the Conclave has witnessed your defeat of the Cerebrate. They know now that they cannot deny the necessity or the valiancy of your actions. We sought to punish you, while it was we who were in error. You represent what is greatest in us all, and all our hopes go with you. Entaro Adun, brave sons of Ire.
Wow. Does that mean they're gonna send some backup for us?
Your will?
So anyway, as I was saying, what's special in this mission is that we have both Protoss and Terran, and managing the two bases is very intensive, and it needs all my focus. So I actually commentated the entire time, but I think my commentary was not super great. It was pretty focused on the game. And not only that, but I actually realized at the very end of this battle I had my microphone turned off the entire time. So this is actually post-commentary that I am attaching by recording myself watching this video. Anyway, here I am trying to establish some bases, but the thing that's important to know about this mission is you have two teams and they both have different supply amounts. They don't share supplies, but they do share the other supplies, which are minerals and Vespene gas. It would be really weird if both bases were separated, but it would make a lot more sense, if you ask me. The thing that's also about this is that the Terran base is supposed to act more like a fuel for minerals, and the Protoss base is supposed to act more like a Vespene gas source because it has two of those fields around it, while the Terran base has a lot more minerals. There's a problem with that, and it's that I didn't really realize this for quite a while in the mission, and I kept with the same bases I started with for a little bit before expanding. You'll see very soon that I'm going to expand. Like, there's no way you can beat this mission without expanding, I think.
This should be good.
And yeah, basically the purpose of this mission is to sort of like try to get your two forces to mix together.
This should be good.
The map is made in such a way as to have something really big in every corner. In the upper right corner, you have a lot of Vespene gas. In the lower left corner, you have a lot of minerals. and you're supposed to sort of expand into those and getting a lot of resources so you can keep pumping out resources, not resources, but troops and like huge armies and like stuff like that. But you really don't need all that to beat this map. If you really want to go hardcore, you can do that, but this map is really not that bad to defeat. I don't even think I did all the research available.
Want to turn up the heat?
So that's something to keep in mind, but it's really not needed. As you can see here, I'm going really frantically between between both camps. I lose some SCVs here because I didn't really have any defenses around the field of minerals. So that hurt me a little bit, but not too much. I think this SCV that got damaged actually like lived really long, and I even used it to do some pretty funny things. Anyway, you'll see that soon. It feels so weird to do post-commentary. This is the first video I actually do post-commentary for, like on the entirety of my channel. So anyway, I'm still establishing my bases, a lot of defenses going up, and I realized at this point, hey, I'm playing Terran. Like, I don't only have bunkers, I actually need tanks as well. So I'm gonna make more supplies, so I will never run out. Because, you know, when you play Terran, you have to make these supply depots. By the way, the game is not played, it's not sped up, it's exactly the speed at which I was going around doing stuff. But yeah, when you play Terran, you do have supply depots to build. They get in the way, and it's kind of annoying to keep having to do it over and over. While when you play Protoss, you actually like don't need to make anything, since it just comes naturally. Zerg 2, you have to think about overlords, but overlords have a purpose. For Terran, the supply depots are just there to take space, and to take resources away and time away, and just really annoying.
We are under attack.
So yeah, I'm starting to make some factories to get tanks rolling out. Here we suffer a real first attack. It's not too big, and I forget at that point I realized, hey, I didn't make any interceptors for the Gentrytor. By the way, the Gentrytor is a really beast, like a real beast of a carrier there. It's got a lot of HP, a lot of shielding, and I do want to use the Gentrytor in battle because it's really strong. Zeratul is a bit, I don't know, he's a little weak. He's somewhat strong, but kind of weak. At this point I realize, you know, I really need to expand this base. There's not enough resources here to keep me here, so I'm exploring a little bit, trying to see if I can find a field of mineral field close by. At that point I also bring a probe. And this time I say probe is not a drone. And looking around for stuff, saving the game of course to save scum if need be. While I also organize the space to do stuff.
Give me something to shoot. Yes, sir.
Here I decide to make more bunkers.
Reporting for duty.
For more defense. They actually get used too, that's pretty good. Normally I tend to make too many defenses sometimes, and this time around I did make stuff that actually was useful. So I'm very happy about that.
Add-on complete.
I don't know why I'm talking like I'm commentating live. I'm feeling a little excited. Maybe it's because this mission has that sort of effect. It's really intense because you do manage two teams at once. Like that's really the thing here. Brood War does have some missions where you play two teams at once, and normally they're not as overbearing as this. This is like the final mission stuff. So yeah, I find these, I'm gonna make one, and then I'm like, oh no, it's not enough minerals, I need more minerals, I can't deal with this, it's not enough. Look at my mineral count, it's really low, can't do that. So I skipped this field, could have gone for it, but I don't know, it didn't feel good enough.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So instead I went for the corner, and the corner is always, like I said before, the lower left corner has a lot of minerals, and the upper right corner has a lot of Vespene gas.
It shall be done.
Of course you wanna Like, if you really want to get settled in this game, in this mission, and not have to worry about anything, just go in every corner, like go insane.
We are under attack.
Commander, go ahead, Commander.
So here I'm placing my defenses for the Terrans. Tanks, bunkers, nothing special, just usual. It's pretty common.
Give me something to shoot.
Then I prepare my base. So at this point I decide, you know, I think I'm gonna not care about the base in the bottom right corner because it's far. I got a lot of Vespene gas. I don't really need like to maintain 2 bases. Look at all this mineral over here. I'm just gonna gather all this stuff and not care about the base over there. And then I find these guys. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So anyway, I decided that base at the bottom right is not really gonna be my main base. This is gonna be my main base where I make my dudes and make myself some carriers and stuff like that. So I need to defend it appropriately and make some means to produce troops for defense mainly. And then I place my cybernetic core in a pretty bad place because it's gonna make my troops spawn at the bottom of the gateway. Not really good. I rectified that one because it got destroyed at the first base, but
I read you.
yeah.
Order scouter?
Then I remember that I actually had the Terran as well, so I went back.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Nothing much here. The attacks are very, very tiny at the start of the game, but at some point, if you're really not careful, you're gonna end up like completely stumped by like maybe 10 ultralisks. It happens at some point. Of course, you can easily destroy them if you have tanks, and if you have something to keep between you and the ultralisks, because otherwise the tanks are going to destroy one another. I think it happens at some point. So I make myself an armory because I want to upgrade my tanks and my Goliaths. Of course, I will be using Goliaths and tanks because I like that combination. It's good and it can heal because I can use these SCVs to heal them. I really wish I could do this mission with the Brood War units. Like, even if the Overmind also had access to the Brood War mutations, that would be pretty cool, I think. If you do a cheat to reveal the entire map for this mission, it's actually something. Like, there are 2 circles of enemies. There's the red team and there's the purple team. And here I'm trying to build like the barracks in some place useful as defense. And here we get attacked by a lot of flying units, which is really decidedly not good. But bunkers are pretty good. So I managed to fend them off, and I decide, okay, I'm gonna make more of those towers. But yeah, there are 2 rings of enemies. There's the red team that sort of surrounds the middle, and the middle is the purple, the German Ghent brood. Of course, we did play the purple brood at some point, which is the brood that got the Overmind up, so it's only fair that the Overmind is surrounded by the purple team. What I don't really understand is this map has nothing to do with the old map of Full Circle back then. I don't know if it's because the Overmind sort of terraformed the area, but yeah, you won't recognize anything, I think, from it at all. No doodad, nothing. It's really just a big map with it's sort of weirdly symmetrical too, in diagonal.
Upgrade complete.
Because you have 2 corners.
Roger that. Right away, sir.
It's also a thing that makes this mission a bit harder. I decided to make a bunker there because I think I'm gonna get attacked maybe by some Zerglings or something at the back of the base again. But yeah, it's something that makes this mission a bit harder. It's that both your bases are separated. In Brood War, the ones that actually have 2 of those 2 teams actually like get
We are under
the
attack.
base is pretty close. So, and then I just went to see what attacked me, and I was like, oh, okay, it's nothing.
Give me something to shoot.
Yeah, I think they're attacking the base closest to Gantry Tor. I don't know how the AI actually works for this mission.
Jacked up and good to go.
So in this mission there's a lot of... I'm a little careless. But like at this point I decided to put this there, but no, I can't put that there because it's gonna block it. My troops are gonna be stuck. So instead I've gotta put it back here and waste some precious time. And I still didn't get my defenses up for that ramp over there. I knew they were gonna come at some point. I just forget about it for a while. And then after making these tanks, I'm just like, hey, you know what? I made a lot of tanks. Let's use tanks and Goliaths. Maybe I can win the mission with just that. Let's make a whole bunch of it. And let's make a lot of supply depots too, so I don't ever get bothered about it. So I do that. And I still manage my bases. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need 2 starports here if I want to make a fleet worth that name. So I make a cannon here. I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to have cannons here because that's at the bottom of the ramp. Let's make one at the top. Not just one. Let's make a bunch at the top. Yeah, a bunch of them. What do you call a bunch of cannons anyway? Like for fish, it's schools. School of fish. For crows, it's a murder of crow. What about cannons? Here we have some attacks, and I'm like, ah, these freaking guardians. My biggest allies before, and now biggest annoyances. But they work. They get too close because they're stupid, and then they get attacked, and one of them dies, and everything is fine. Except I have to rebuild this. Yeah, it's still the same SCV that was damaged way back. This guy has been building a lot of shit. So then I get 8 tanks, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll use 8 tanks to attack the base. I need something to support against air attacks, though, because there's definitely gonna be some. Also, moving tanks in such a small area, not recommended. Space out your bases. This is really bad. I am not happy at how much I struggle to get these tanks out. So I make more towers to defend. I start making some carriers, and I'm thinking this is going to be pretty good support for air for when I go attack with the tanks and Goliaths. I make another starport, but it takes forever because I'm like, I don't want to block my way, so I'm going to make it here instead. I don't really use shortcuts. I really should have more like learned my shortcuts and stuff like that, but oh well. I don't think I'm gonna learn. I did learn at some point. Like I was really good at some point. I used shortcuts for everything, and but I don't know why. It's just gone out of use. It's been so long, and I don't really care to play like against the CPU a lot. Or I never really played multiplayer.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm starting to get my tanks out now. And at this point I'm also like, okay, I'm gonna bring my NSC with them, and I picked the SCV that's almost dead. Because I think it's gonna be funny. I'm moving my tanks out because they're taking a lot of space. And the Goliaths need space as well. Then I make some groups. At first I decided to go with these Goliaths.
Go ahead,
But that was a mistake. I decided to wait a little bit because the others are gonna come to, like, they're almost finished. So I decided, whatever, I'll just get them in.
Target designated.
Which is a good thing, honestly. Then the Red Nation attacked, and nothing was the same, or whatever, however that meme goes.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, or something like that.
Absolutely.
Systems functional.
Orders, sir.
Channel open.
Destination.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, TACOM.
So yeah,
Destination.
basically just doing this,
Comlink online.
and they're going to attack. A thing I have a problem with when I go do something is that I tunnel vision on it a lot, and I can't really macro manage very well. I tend to switch to the more micro management mindset at that point. Then I realize, hey, my SCV is not following at all. Then I start managing also my other fleet. Then I just sort of macro a little bit, but my troops stay there because they need to get up that freaking ramp.
Move it.
Ramps are not your friend.
I read you. Orders,
The worst
sir.
really are the ones in an installation map set. The one, you know, the really tiny staircase. I think tanks can't even go up those small ramps. That's kind of disgraceful. And there are no other ramps, so... Actually, I think they might be able to, but it's like Dragoons, they stay stuck on it unless you carefully drive them up. And I'm like, hey, there are some resources here. That's pretty cool. I might build a base here. And then I realized that there's creep really close by. Oh yeah, there's actually like enemy bases all around in this middle area. But speaking of emptiness, do you know how empty this map actually is? If you do the cheat to see the entire map, you'll see that it's actually pretty bad. Like, there are only Zerg in the middle, and everywhere around is empty. You could build bases all around and across, and build defenses the entire way around, and just create some sort of square around the entire map. This is where I started getting angry though, because the AI kept using those queens to instant kill my tanks, and that's really annoying. Like, you immediately lose troops that are very valuable because of that. And like, oh no, there are some ultralists. I gotta get my Goliaths in the way so they don't, so my tanks don't shoot each other. And it didn't really work, but I think it's because my tanks are so strong that they just kill everything in a single go. So that went fairly decently, and then I realized, hey, I am starting to miss Vespene gas. What happened? Oh, I did not make this assimilator right. So I'm starting to get that set up now. Well, I casually destroy an entire, well, not an entire base, but
Upgrade complete.
Destination.
Slowly, I'm gonna get that base. That SCV is still alive. That's what baffles me the most. Like, it's got 15 HP, it's still alive. Still rocking on. Still rocking on.
Identify target. Moving. Proceeding. Delighted to serve.
So at this point I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting attacked here. Need interceptors. Need everybody to go defend. And I'm like, oh, what happened? Oh, they're kind of done. And over here I'm like, oh no, shit, my attack force is getting destroyed completely. Still have 5 tanks though. So I'm having to handle shit on multiple fronts. And I'm like, oh no, don't turn back because you're gonna hit yourself. But no, the assimilator was destroyed already. At this point I'm starting to lose like half of my forces are close by. But still, I lost almost nothing. That's pretty cool. I made... And then this happens. And at least both queens targeted the same exact tank. That was pretty lucky. That means I lived a bit longer here. So... I said, you know what? If I can make it this far, I can probably make it all the way to the end. Then I can't freaking get out of this cloud. Because something else catch my attention over here. I really shouldn't have switched over, but I wanted to also start making my next team because this is falling apart. I still have my SCV. It's not gonna last much longer though. Yeah, this entire force is gone, and good night SCV. You were pretty good. But yeah, the middle area is actually exceptionally well defended, but they don't come out at all, and they don't give a shit about you unless you attack the purple. When you start attacking the purple, then the AI goes berserk, like really berserk. It goes insanely berserk. So here I witnessed the aftermath of some attack or something like that, and Zeratul is almost dead. Well, not really almost dead, but he lost about 59 HP because of something that some defiler put on him, I think. Play is so good. I did comment on it before how it reduces your HP to 1, but like if you can't heal your unit, if you can't repair your buildings, that's so good.
carrier has arrived. We are under attack.
You can destroy turrets so easily with that. Like if you have Terran and Zerg, for example, and you use the Plague on something that's Protoss, and then you bring in a Silence Vessel and you do an MP charge, that building's dead. And it took the span of a second, because the HP is gonna drain to 0 really quickly, well 1 or 2 really. Then you just hit it once, and it explodes because you just got rid of the shield too. These strategies though are pretty, like, they're not advanced, but they're combos you won't really see very often because of what it is. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I've made this foray up there. I can get to the base right now, finish it off with these carriers. They all have all their interceptors. They're pretty strong. I can do it. It's not that big. Avoiding the red base there, but I'm attacking it by mistake, which is not really a big mistake, but it's a little mistake. And then I'm like, okay, let's go straight for the Overmind. It won't be difficult. This one slows me down, it's not a problem. Then we are plagued. It's not good. And we have all of these Scourges, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't get attacked. Let's keep going. And then this happens. All the Scourges go in, just destroy me entirely. And then there's all these Hydralisks and everybody dies. And like, what the fuck? Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well this is lost. I can't even select my dudes anymore. Yeah, Gantry is gonna get destroyed. Lost all my fleet and all of these Hydralisks still. Jesus Christ. So I load my save. Save's coming to the best here. Yeah, there's nothing really I can do about it. I gotta take it.
My life for hire.
So anyway,
Orders, sir.
gotta do it.
Absolutely. Proceeding.
Gotta make more forces. Can't just rush with some carriers. So at that point I realized I should have set up those that Vespene gas a long time ago, because every single one of them are now depleted except one in the bottom right corner. I should have set up that base at the top right corner as well. It's not that hard to set up, and I can just make a command center and fly it over. Well, yes and no, there are still enemies burrowed there as well, but you know, I can do that and bring maybe like Rainer, and he can deal with it. It's not like Rainer is used much in this mission. Well, I didn't really use him much. I did use him for defense. He's a good unit for defense early on, but at this point I could just throw him with an attack force and it would be pretty kick-ass. But I don't do it. He is confined to the base. Then I decide, you know what, I'm gonna get those tanks to remove their siege status and join the team to go attack. I also make all these zealots because I'm like, I don't know, I might as well make some kind of force with all the minerals I have. And since I have all these minerals, like I said, I might as well just make a whole bunch of zealots. You know, just to send them attack at some point.
Goliath online.
Upgrade
Goliath
complete.
online. Go ahead, TACOM.
These fire bats are still alive. I remember I noted that specifically. Like, of all the units, these fire bats are still there, and I haven't really used them. I don't really like fire bats. They're decent, but yeah, I make this to speed up the production. I don't think I ever use it.
Yes, sir. Identify target. Yes, sir.
Because I have my 8 tanks like before, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna push back in, and we're gonna go in, and it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna win with this force. Like, with 8 Goliaths and 8 tanks. That's gonna be more than enough to take everything that they have to throw at me.
Destination.
Channel open.
Ready to roll out. Ready to roll out.
My life for hire.
Destination. Identify target.
So yeah, everything is going fine right now. I saved the game again because I'm gonna make some more progress and win.
Systems functional.
I'm gonna use the same way I went in before and foray my way in again. It worked well the first time, so of course it would work well the second time. I mean, this is a pretty solid team anyway. If I had gotten 12 of each, it would have been a real massacre. Of course it's still gonna be a massacre, but am I gonna win with this? That's what I'm wondering. At this point, everything, like my population is max as well. My supply over there is 106 out of 107 for the Protoss, and the Terran are pretty high as well, 87 out of 106. So I'm doing fairly well for myself, but I could keep going and actually like max them out and make a whole bunch of Marines and like actually have a huge team and just send them all out and just destroy them. Then realize, hey, there are a lot of freaking Ultralists here. Look at this shit. And since I don't have my tanks in siege mode, well, one of them almost bites the dust, but not entirely. And then I struggle a lot. I want to get that tank back, but all the freaking Goliaths are in the way. Then I can't freaking do it, just to get in the way. Then this happens, and slows down a few of them. You know, that looks really innocent. Just slow them down, but it's a really big problem. I decide, fuck it. And kill 2 of my Goliaths, so that's some anti-air gone. Then when I set up like siege mode already and just start, let's go, come on. Let's start advancing on these fuckers. But then all these guys come in. Look at all these guys. Look at all these Ultralists. 1, 2, 3, and there were 4 before as well. They just wrecked me completely. Look at that. Just boom. All my siege tanks just have no way to deal with them. Before it worked well, but right now I couldn't kill that one, so it ravaged me. But I got 2 tanks, well, I got my tank as my Goliath still, so I'm like, okay, it's gonna work. And then I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here? And by then, well, my tank and Goliath pretty much die. But yeah, I'm like, oh my god, where is Zeratul? Where's Zeratul? He's not dead because I didn't lose the mission. Where the fuck is Zeratul? I wanna select my probe, but they keep like walking away, so I can't select them. Where is Zeratul? I can't find Zeratul. Well, he's not dead, so I'm guessing he's fine. Also, all of these destroyed buildings down there, and I didn't do anything with them. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna do more siege units, and I lost my tank and my Goliath, and yeah, that didn't go too well. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. They've used all of their resources already by like attacking my bases and by defending against my last attack. Let's just do the final push. Let's just do it.
How may I help?
So that's what I do. I go do it.
Ready to roll out.
So be it.
And I'm gonna send everybody else. And hey, there's Zeratul. It's got about 122 shield left.
I hear you.
Not much. I have no idea how we survived against those Ultralists. I think my carriers did really good, but I don't know how we did it. So I threw all my forces at the enemy this time around because I want to do it.
Ready to roll out.
So let's see if this is gonna work. I'm really quickly losing forces because all of them are like in the red and we don't really have anything else except for shield for HP. Dark Templar are getting hit. I'm still fine. Carriers are doing some really good work. And the score just starts showing up, but this one dies pretty quickly. Then these 2 guys die. So I just decided, you know what, just yeah, all my ground forces are pretty much gone at this point. We did take this area though. I could make a forward base, but no, just keep going. Keep going, this is it, this is the push. That's what I decided. With 1 random Dragoon. I make a separate save just in case, because this was a weird attack. So I'm deciding to go a little slow this time around. And there's all these guys, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me. And then they just don't. take out a lot of shields, but they don't really kill me. Like, all of my carriers are still pretty fine. And by staying in this corner, I basically ensure that only a minimal amount of enemies come towards me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm killing off these Hydralisks one by one. I'm checking if I have to remake some interceptors there, but nope, they're all good for the most part. I decided to move in a little bit. And this is a bit of a mistake, I think. I shouldn't have I should have kept slowly going in, killing all of the buildings, and killing all the hive and stuff like that, produces minions, stuff like that. And then there's one carrier that just died there. So slowly I'm starting to lose some steam. But Gantry are still doing fine. I'm not dying yet. Everything's still okay. I decided to move in because I wanted to get this guy dead, like the Overmind. Since it's got about 5,000 HP. That's a lot. I'm doing some decent damage, but I keep getting attacked by some turrets there, and I lose a lot of those carriers. Look at that. I'm losing almost all of them, so I've got no choice. Gotta go for the single Hydralist. And the tower too. I'm like, no. Hydralist. Can't focus on all the towers. So I destroyed one of them, and I'm going for that one. I'm like, oh no, there's too many towers. Fuck that. Let's just focus this down. There's like no threat now, but I did lose one of them again, and I still go for it. Gotta focus it down. It's got only half HP, and I gotta again cut my attention away. Destroy all of them one by one. Because if I don't do it, they're gonna kill me. That's pretty much all I'm doing right now. Oh, and I got scared there for a moment because there were some Scourge, and they turned around. I don't really know why they did it. But I'm glad they did, because if they didn't turn around, I think I would have died there. But I didn't die, so I'm like, come on, so close to being done. Come on. At this point I'm like, okay, there's no way they actually kill my carriers. Right? Make some more interceptors, and by the time I'm checking back, it's dead.
Executor, the Overmind has been weakened, but I fear we have sustained severe damage ourselves. I will steer the Gantrathor into a collision course with the Overmind. If I can channel enough of the Dark Templar's energy through the hull of the Gantrathor, I should be able to bring swift death to the accursed abomination. Remember us, Executor. Remember what was done here today. May Adun watch over you.
So I'm gonna pause the video here for a moment because I also have to address the fact that I won't, no matter what I'm gonna be saying here, I won't actually show the credits because that made my video last about 30 minutes longer and it was still not done. So yeah, there's just that, and also thank you for putting up with this post commentary. Hopefully I've been more informative than if I was actually like commentating while playing the game. And just quickly like that, look at my like supply count in the upper right corner. That's basically all I had. I threw everything I had that was still worth anything, and I did have a lot of resources left too. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, and I will be tuning out now. It has come to my attention that my microphone was off the entire battle, so I will be doing you a favor and actually giving some voiceover with a re-recording of it at a future date. That's really annoying because I had good commentary to give the entire time, but yeah. Anyway, enjoy the ending scene, and we'll see what I can come up with to commentate for about 37 minutes. This was a real blast to do. Doing the like two-pronged attack. Well, at least that sort of worked. Anyway, enjoy the ending credits. Well, not credits, but well, yeah, the credits. But you enjoyed the cinematic, and then we'll enjoy the credits. Epilogue. As the chaotic swirling energy subsided, a heavy silence settled over the battlefields of Aiur. Due to Dasador's noble sacrifice, the Overmind was now dead and the Zerg swarms were scattered and broken. But as the heroes surveyed their once glorious homeland, they realized that their victory had cost them all but their lives. Aiur was left nothing more than a smoldering ruin. Those few Protoss who survived the final battle could only wonder what the future would hold for their race. And far away on the distant planet Char, Kerrigan, the self-styled Queen of Blades, knew that the time of her ascension was at hand. And that's it. And there's no more scene, so this is the end of the game, or the basic game. And sorry about leaving you on a dark screen like this, but I actually recorded more commentary after this, and I'm not showing it, and I'm not showing more of the video because it's just the credits. If you want to see the credits, I'm pretty sure they're probably somewhere, and they're not really that fun to look at. But I will be meeting you again in the Starcraft Brood War following this episode. I will be taking a short break before I do it, though, because that's been 30 camping missions in 2 days for me, because I had time and I wanted to get it all out at the same time and then show it to you per episode every single day for a while. So anyway, I will see you in Brood War. This has been Miracle Tiger, and have a splendid day.